Hi, happy Monday. I'm really excited about today. Today I'm going to share about how to find your purpose. And the reason I chose this topic today is because lately I've been talking with people about purpose, and I'm 25 years old, and I really feel like I'm in a place in my life where I have gotten to know myself well enough to just like walk in my purpose. I'm not saying I'm fully there, because I truly don't believe that any of us will ever be fully there, just because we're constantly growing, we're constantly changing. So sometimes we like one thing, sometimes we like something more, sometimes less. So we just have to constantly just know more about ourselves and where we're going. So yeah, this topic is really exciting. Today actually I was talking to someone who has 2 degrees, and this person was telling me that they just feel like they don't know their purpose, that they get bored easily, and this is why they're constantly trying different things, but they're just not finding their niche. And so I asked this person, I said, well, if money wasn't an issue and you could do one thing for the rest of your life that truly fulfilled you but also impacted the lives of others, what would you do? And this person mentioned being a wine person. I think like reviewing wine, something like that. And they were like, but I don't know if that's possible. And I was like, of course it's possible. Like, you just would have to learn about marketing or different things about wine. It's possible, because I actually had an interview about that, and I'm not interested in wine. So yes, it's possible. So purpose is a big thing. I remember when I was fresh out of high school, I really struggled. I even struggled in college just because I was unhappy and I didn't know what my purpose was. And I honestly don't feel like I fully got it until this year. And I feel like after going to South Africa was like the place God used for me to truly focus on where God was taking me and my purpose. And because of that, I have been able to help other people with their purpose and just like guiding them that way. And I wouldn't say necessarily it was me. I feel like it was a revelation from God to ask somebody. So somebody was telling me the other day that they were really struggling because they don't know where they're going. And the 2 questions that I felt Holy Spirit told me to ask that person was, what do you believe your God-given gifts are? And what are you good at that you had to learn? So that person was like, I don't know what my God-given gifts are. And since I know that person, I could tell that person, well, you know what? From what I have seen from you, I see that your God-given gifts are teaching, writing, art. And so this person was like, oh, I never thought about that. So it's that, because it's something that this person didn't have to learn. It's something that they're naturally good at, so that's a God-given talent. As far as what you are skilled at, what you're good at, it could be something that you didn't necessarily know, but you became good at. For example, editing videos. Maybe you went online and started to learn, but before that you just weren't good at all. Or photography. For me, for example, I have a really good eye for photography. I used to be a professional photographer, yet I do not know my settings. The only reason I was good at it is because I know how to work with the camera, I know angles, and I also know how to work with people. So for me, that is a God-given talent, yet that is not what I want to do. There's other God-given talents that I have, like speaking and writing, and so you just have to sit down, and I would encourage you to pray before you sit down and just ask God, give me direction, give me your wisdom, give me knowledge, and also like, don't be selfish with why you want to do what you're doing. Know that what you're doing, you want to impact the lives of others. And as you're impacting the lives of others with your gift, with your purpose, you're going to feel fulfilled. That's just natural. The Bible, I don't know the Bible verse right now, but there's a Bible verse that says that he who refreshes shall be refreshed. So when you're pouring into others, it's like, it's just an overflow. God pours into you, and it's just, yeah, it's awesome. So purpose. Your purpose comes from knowing yourself, asking God to teach you more about who you are, get to know yourself, sit down and really reflect on what makes you come alive, what makes you feel energized. For me, I love making videos, but what truly makes me feel energized and excited and happy is writing. When I write, whether it's a whole page or just something small, I get so excited. I want everybody to see it, and I get really energized, and it's something that I have been doing since I was little. And when people used to ask me what I wanted to be when I grew up, I would tell them I wanted to be an author. And people would say like, no, you're never gonna make money, that's a dumb dream, that's a dumb career, you can't do it. So I kind of just dumbed down that dream to be an author, and I stopped writing. I just didn't do it anymore, and I really wish I would have not listened to people, because even in 4th grade, one of my stories made it into a book. So it's something that I truly was good at, but because I believed people's lies, I stopped, and now this year I'm going back into it. But anyways, my point for sharing with you, it's because sometimes, like, I'm not saying always, because that's not the case, but sometimes when you're a little kid, you can, just by observing kids and something they constantly do and that makes them happy, you can see what are some of those kids' talents and what makes them happy. There are kids that are born natural dancers, natural artists, and so if you're one of those people who, since you were little, you truly love something, but you stopped doing it because people told you it was stupid, or you yourself said it wasn't worth it, it was stupid to follow dreams, I want to encourage you to go back to that small you and apologize to yourself and pick back right where you're at. Like, you're never too young, you're never too old to live out the God-given gift that God has put inside of you. So yeah, like, spend time with God, spend time getting to know yourself. And if you're thinking to yourself, oh, I like dancing or I like painting and there's no way I can make money doing that, that is absolutely wrong. Because there's literally, you can literally make money doing anything. The person I spoke to today said, actually, dancing's another thing I like, but I could never make money doing that unless I was a stripper. And I said, actually that's not accurate, because you could be a dance teacher. Like, there's so many things you could do. You could be a dance teacher at a gym. So there's no excuses, only the excuses you put yourself. Those are the only excuses here. And if there's something that you really feel God's calling you to do, and you're not doing it because of finances or because you're not skilled enough, hello, we live in a new era. There's YouTube, there's so many resources to what you want to do. You just need to do it and not create a boundary for yourself. And a quote, it's a quote, like a quote that I heard was that in the cemetery there are more dead dreams than people, and that is so true. It's sad to think that God created you and put so many things in you, yet you did not live up to that. And I think that's a sad thing, to live and to not have become the best you could have been. It's better to live a life where maybe people might make fun of you, people might judge you, but where you're truly living out the gifts God has given you. So that's my encouragement, that you would truly follow those God-given gifts, and that you would rely on God. For me, this has been a prayer for a long time, a constant prayer with God. Like, God, help me, show me my purpose, show me where I'm going. I went from, at the age of 20, I used to have my own TV show, and I used to live in Hollywood. And then life changed for me. I gave my life to Christ. I decided to leave Hollywood behind, my acting life, my TV show, and not because I thought it was like of the devil. No, it was more because I knew that God was taking me somewhere else, and I had a different calling to do something else at that time. So for me, it was hard to think like, oh, I used to be here, and I went from being a TV host to an employee, just a worker. And it was like for 4 years constantly praying, God, show me the way, show me your purpose. I know like, I know, God, you've given me so many talents. What do I do with this? Like, I felt hopeless. And just God, like, this year, I really feel like God has been coming through. And not just that, like, God might be already telling you, like, hey, do it. But it's, if you're not saying yes to God, then you're the one stopping. So God might have already given you the yes, but you yourself are too afraid. So don't be afraid. If God already gave you the yes and has, you know, blessed you to go ahead and do it, go for it. Find people, find resources, and yeah, that's my encouragement for today. Please share with me what are some of your God-given gifts, and also, like, what are things you're really good at that you learned. I would love to hear more about it. And also, if you've been wanting to make a YouTube channel or blogs, anything like that, or even modeling, acting, anything like that, you can email me. My email will be down below. I would love to help you out. I'm here to be an encouragement and to help out however I can. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe, because we have so much more good content coming up. And yeah, thank you so much for watching all the way to here, and I will see you next Monday. Bye.